Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Holy
tips.
hell, we're
Father.
here, we're queer. This is it. We're back in the old kooky studio because we're too scared to go to the place we're paying for.
We literally won't go to our home.
No.
We have a house. We rented it. I think Shelby pulled a coup.
Aha.
I think he got us hooked up with an 11-year lease at some place with a crazy lawyer right next door,
Bless
and then
you.
goes, you know what? I'm going to retire. You guys are good. I'm seeing you off.
Yeah, he's cuckoo. It's not good. We're paying a fee a month. I think we signed a year lease. We made it about 6 months.
Not even, I don't think. It was in the new year. We're April. I think it's January was our first month. We're like a third of the year.
Man, that's quick eviction. Good for us.
Somebody said to me...
Could be a record.
Who said this? Matt Wayne, maybe? Somebody said these people, if you just... we could record at night, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Couldn't we do like 10 p.m.? We have the keys, no? Does the building close?
I think
we
they
could go in at 10 p.m.
I think they locked those glass doors up pretty good.
I think it's more. What's more about the fact that you guys do spots all the time and you guys are off in the weekend. If we could record on the weekend, I think it'd be solved.
Yeah, but so anyways, we could go and knock on the fella's door
Sure.
and say, hey, for this 1 hour, we haven't been there in 3 weeks.
No, I'm too
Say,
scared.
For 1 hour, we're going to be yelling about, the Jews and the gays.
Yes.
And then we'll never bother you again. And I think if we gave them a heads up, hey, we're going to
Right.
scream and yell for an hour.
Yes, it's very quick. I mean, they're there all day, 9 hours a day, yelling about their wives and their mistress and their retarded children. We come in for an hour. I feel like if we do it at lunch, we're golden.
Lunch.
Lunch is big in that world. You get off, you get a meal, you get what is that? DoorDash.
The power lunch crowd.
Aha, that's lunch.
Now, let me just say, first and foremost, we haven't recorded in 3 weeks. It's been
Jeez.
3 full weeks. 3.
I don't know who you are. Who is that?
I know. I feel weird because I'm hanging out with Matt Wayne. I just did Chris D's podcast, and we're zinging and zanging.
Love the
then
D.
I've recorded 2 episodes with Ron on. I got to get back to home. I don't know who
Yes,
you are.
yes.
I miss you.
Well, it's like when you have a telephone and it's the cord is, and you have to let it hang and it finds itself.
What?
We got to hang. We got to find ourselves. You got a telephone, a landline, and the wire's all discombobulated from the single girl who's twirling it and talking about boys with a curler in her hair.
Single girl twirl.
Yeah. And so then you let the phone dangle, and it goes
It
a little...
uncoils?
And then uncoils itself, and we're going to uncoil.
We got uncoiled.
It's a natural progression.
Charlie Coyle,
Yes.
friends of Eddie Coyle. I'm nervous because I feel like
Recoil.
I'm getting a vibe too. I feel like you're upset, you're hurt, something's
What?
up. I don't know.
What vibe?
You looked weird. You almost looked at me in the eye once, but then didn't.
What vibe? No vibe.
When I got here, I don't know. You were
Now you're
sitting
putting a vibe.
You were sitting in a way. I don't know. There was something going on. I felt like you guys were talking. Chuck's saying, "Yeah."
I know what it is.
What?
Are you feeling it?
No, he just wants to be like he was like this right before he came. He's like, I think we should come here. So he's doing that. Not to you.
Well, I had
We're-
mac and
we're-
cheese. I was scarfing a mac and
No, I was
cheese.
jealous of
You
the
had to get to
cheese.
No, you
thing.
didn't-
A lot of cheese.
No, we don't
I
know
got
if we
2
should
cookies.
move. We should move to this
That's
studio.
what I was thinking. Move. I was thinking Long Island. I got a
Okay.
lot.
That's what
I'm brewing. Here.
Okay, I was
Podcast
worried.
move.
Shit.
Podcast move is what I'm talking about because we're trying to,
Yeah.
figure it out. Yeah.
I was worried. I came in.
No,
I don't
no.
know. I haven't seen you since the 70s.
Wow, no vibe. See, I got to give a lot, or else you got to vibe. It's a
give.
lot of work.
No give.
It's too much.
Well, you were sitting back. You had your nuts. You didn't give me like a whoa.
All right. I got a bad hoe.
I don't need you to give. I just need you to be you.
I
They weren't
see.
you. It wasn't
I
anything
see.
to me. It was like a slouchy nut.
I hate a slouchy nut.
And then I'm feeling guilt because the eating. And then you won't say anything. So I'm like, oh, he's mad about the food. I'm eating the food.
No, I was eating. I had diet almonds.
Yeah, but you had nut. Those you can put down. That's not a meal.
I see. And these.
Soup is not a meal, Jerry.
No. Get the swordfish.
Anyways, we're here in the new thing. Now, do you have it where it can rock? Are you rocking?
I'm
I can't
rocking
tell.
and rolling,
I
yeah.
love a rock.
No vibe.
Baghdad, I rock. Z.
Yes. T-tops.
Well, I don't even know what to do. I mean, it's been a month since we've recorded.
I've somehow gotten closer to you.
I went to Palm Springs for a week. I went to Boston for 5 days. I went to 3 Red Sox games, a Bruins game. I sold out some shows. Then I went to Buffalo. If you want to be humbled, by the way, do some hometown shows and then go straight to Buffalo.
The Buff will kill you. That is a tough town, tough crowd. They give you a lot of these.
Yeah, a lot of those. The Buff Snuff.
Yes, the Buff stuff.
It's bad.
It's rough.
By the way, I'm at this weird point in my career. We're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
But you do Boston, then Buffalo. The 2 checks from the 2 venues, they look like different people.
Checks?
Worked them. The check at the end of the week,
Czech
they give
Republic.
you a check.
Oh, I see.
Because Beantown, it's like there's people up the door with foam fingers and Red Sox tattoos, a lot of blonde eyelashes and
Sure.
scally caps, and going,
Yeah.
"Hey, let's stay, you piece of shit."
Right, a lot of mix, some Irish, some potbelly, some drunks, some townies.
And you can't get a foot in the door. They wanted to
No.
add a show. We said, no adding. We're just going to be packed out. Don't worry about it. My family's in the back. And then you go to Buff, and they're like, hey, we're giving homeless people tickets.
Yeah.
We got to put someone in. And then you deposit the 2 checks.
Oh, yeah,
And
night
one
day.
is $375,000. The other one's $8. It's
Sure.
embarrassing.
Yeah, I did Buffalo 2 months ago. I had to bark. I was out there barking. I was like, hey, everybody. I had a big horn. I hear ye. Come on in. It's free chili night.
The Buffalo Bark. I might fall over here.
The Buff Bark. Yeah.
Buff-
I've been there.
Buff Barker.
That's a tough market out there. It's something that's going on in Buff. You get a Sabres game, you might as well start doing improv.
Well, we went to the Sabres game, Matt Wayne and I. And I
Well, there
gotta
you go.
tell you, that Matt Wayne is a first-class hang.
He's a hell of a cat. Good guy. Funny guy. Quick.
Chuck hung with him. He loves Chuck. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah?
You don't know the real
Wow.
Chuck.
He's the first.
I had to talk
Holy
him off
shit.
off the mountain.
I haven't
Well,
heard-
he's okay.
I've never heard anyone say that. Wow.
I mean, he's like, Chuck's the best. He wouldn't stop talking about Chuck.
Man,
I
we
love
gotta
Wayne.
get-
He's the best.
we
I
gotta
love
get-
Siobhan. We talk all the time.
Oh, now you're pushing
Oh.
it. We got to get Matt Wayne and Shelby talking. I'd love to watch them duke it out over Chuck being a decent human being.
Well, I'm about to hit Shelby from the bullpen for Joe and Ron on, because every time we record an episode, someone emails me and goes, you pieces of shit, you're in the same house. Because we do Zoom, but we're in the same house. Because we're completely retarded. I don't know how to upload anything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know either, but don't go back to Shelltown.
Well, he
Then-
lives down the street, and we need somebody. And Chuck is backed up. I mean, he hasn't edited my special from 1985.
I know. I'm waiting on a hot gay set from Evening at the Improv.
I did a VH1 spotlight. He's supposed to be chopping up.
Yeah, I think he's dealing in VHS over here with this timeline.
Yeah,
But-
HIV possibly. He's lost a lot of weight.
Luckily, the live ep came out. I think people were fans.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that was nice.
people loved it.
Yeah, we recorded that one in 2018, but
It was up in 6 days, and I was fucking in the hospital.
I know that one was good. That was good. That was great.
You're always fucking. Too much fucking. But your back's good.
My back's good.
All right.
I got to talk to the doctor about the sexual, activity. I got to clear some stuff.
You got that swing. You're doing all these hieroglyphics and all that shit. It's the ball gag, the dildos, the strap-ons. It adds up.
A lot of weight.
Don't you just want to get nasty? What?
Uh-oh. That's Shelby.
Oh my God, the door.
Oh, God.
The door just creaked.
Kicked out again.
Creek in the cave.
Oh my God, that was terrifying.
Yeah, so you've been all over, up, down, left, right, east, west, south, north. Where do we begin? You had a birthday, you had a special, you had a miscarriage. Talk to me.
I got no. You know about that? I got I got a lot of. I got no notes. I went last time we recorded.
No notes.
C note. Why do they say C note? I don't like it. I know C, century, circa,
Cent is the root word.
Oh,
for-
100.
Yeah, 100.
century, centaur.
Yeah.
But I don't
Centrum.
mean like the etymology origin. I just mean like, why are you? I'll give him a C note.
Yeah, it sounds kind of cool. It's like a sawbuck.
But don't you
Remember
think-
that?
Yeah, I remember Sawbuck, the Sawbuck Parkway. What about a nice hundo? I like hundo.
I like hundo too.
I'll give you a hundo. I'll throw you a hundo, 4 hundo, 5 hundo.
Yeah, so you got hundo is 100. You got C note is 100. You got a sawbuck, I think, is 100.
Is that right?
Something. And then 1,000 is a grand, a K,
A G, a K,
a G.
4K, 1K.
I like when people say he gave you a cool grand. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
grand
Cool.
is fun.
Cool makes it better.
I also like in swingers he says hundy,
Ooh.
We're gonna be at 500 by midnight. You think we'll be there by midnight? We're gonna be at 500 by midnight.
I love that.
What a film! By the way, oh my God, I was gonna text you, and I haven't had a chance. It was early in the morning. It was like 8:30 in the morning, and then I was like, I'm gonna see him. Have you watched the Tony Hawk doc
I
on HBO?
watched it. I watched it when it came out.
God.
I loved it.
It's
I loved it.
unbelievable.
I got weepy. I got
Oh my
misty. I
God.
jizzed. I came. I
This
saw.
film.
Sawbuck.
What a film!
Loved it.
Oh my
Loved
God.
it.
The first 3 minutes is the most compelling filmmaking I've ever seen in my life.
Unreal. Well, here's let's unpack this, as the queefs say. It everything now is like a little heavy-handed. It's all about depression, and I was molested, and my dad fingered me with a C note, and all this shit. But
Not just our podcast.
yes, that's why we got kicked out. But this one, it was warranted. Like, it didn't go over the top. It's like his dad was a weirdo. The kid spitting on him, throwing the beer can at him, all that shit. And then how about the Rodney Mullen speech at the end?
Oh my God!
Wow.
Forget about it.
And I grew up watching these guys, and I never heard them speak. You know, they'd shut up and dribble.
I mean, forget about it. But I mean, the first opening thing, I'm like, let me check this out. I love a good doc, whatever. And he's falling and getting back up and doing the thing, and then the wheels spinning. I'm like, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
Oh yeah, that's Tony Hawk's thing. He's not the best skater, by the way. Just to throw that out. He's not. Everybody's like, he's the Michael Jordan. He's not. He's great. He's awesome. He's innovative. He changed the game. And but his thing is, he doesn't stop until he gets it. He'll just keep going and going and going. That's why I got the 900 on TV, which I watched in real time with 6 of my buddies in pajamas.
With Bill Maher.
Yes.
Don't stop till you get enough. But anyways, that was great. But
Great stuff. Loved it.
So anyways, the last time we recorded April 4th, which is 3 weeks ago. There's the damn watch again.
What? I don't know. You're hearing things.
Who told you to put the bomb on? So that night we recorded. Then I went home, watched the national championship. Siobhan came over. This guy is just a hoot and a holler. I mean, you gotta get some Siobhan time.
I don't see the appeal. I don't find him attractive. I'm getting nothing out of it.
Oh, you haven't hung.
No hung.
I mean, you hung once, and by the way, someone messaged me. I don't want to say who, a friend of ours, and was like, I listened to the live episode. The guy spilled Coke on your coat and wasn't going to say anything. He's a scumbag. You got to get rid of this guy. How about that?
Oh, wait, talking about Siobhan.
Siobhan.
Oh,
Remember at the live episode, he spilled
yeah.
Coke, and I watched him not say anything. Then I told the story on the podcast.
Weird.
And this mutual friend was like, this guy's a bad news. Get away from him. Who does
Man,
that?
It's weird what triggers people. You know, hey, he spilled Coke on my jacket. They're like, kill him, string him up, get rid of him, burn him alive.
It's an interesting thought. I don't know. That's a whole other...
Wow, he's nice.
That's a bag of tits, but had a great time. He bombed the live episode. We had a good hang. Then
Oh, yeah.
I take off for Palm Springs. Now, this is one of those things. I'm so anxious because it's my big birthday trip. I planned it myself because nobody loves me, so I have to plan my own parties.
Yes, plan.
So I got my best pal, Derek. You guys all know Derek. You
Oh,
know
yeah,
Derek.
the D-man.
Derek Donovan.
Hey, there.
Hell of a son of a bitch. Funniest guy I've ever met in my whole life. With respect to you.
I understand.
One and 1A. You know
I'll
what I
take
mean? Double D. So,
Tits.
hey, Derek Donovan. Double D.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
And he's chunky.
Well, so we booked the trip, and him and his wife and his kids, who I'm very close with, and then my parents are coming. I invite my parents.
Why?
So they're gonna come, and
What are you thinking?
well, they're only coming for a short period.
I can't even imagine them getting on a plane. Those two whack jobs on a flight for 6 hours. I can't even fathom it.
Well, it wasn't pretty. I'll get into that, but I mean, it's more their story, but it's insane. So I'm going out there. We're flying out first. Sarah and I are getting there the Tuesday afternoon. We get in at like noon, and then Derek and his wife, they live in Seattle, so it's a straight shot, but they get in at like 11:30 p.m.
Okay.
So Sarah and I have time to go and fuck in all the rooms and
That's
everything.
nice.
But you're so anxious you're going to get delayed or fucked up.
Yeah.
Someone's not going to get there. You know when you put together something big?
Of course. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of plates spinning. You don't want to drop a plate. The whole thing's ruined.
Exactly. Same with Tampa in August. Is that sold out?
Oh, yeah. 2R. One more to go. So get those tickets, folks, because that's going to fly off the shelf.
August 14th, I think. Right?
Yeah. I think so.
Side
Bachelor
Splitters,
party.
Sunday, August. Look, is that a Sunday, August 14th? Look that up. I think it's the 14th. Sidesplitters.com, whatever. Me, Ari, Mark.
Yeah, it's
lot
a
of
Sunday.
other special guests. Yeah, that's August 14th. So, anyways, I'm all anxious. We fly out there. 2 flights. You got to fly to Salt Lake City and then to Palm Springs.
Got
Rent
it.
the car. And I got to tell you, I had the easiest travel ever. First class upgrades on both. Boom, boom. Delta Lounge, go get the car. Then we go find the house, and Derek calls. He's like, I want to be on the phone when you first see the house, because we're so excited about the house. I spent a pretty penny on this thing.
B&B?
It's a Verbo.
Verbo? I prefer a noun. I don't know Verbo.
Verbo's the new thing. They got all the commercials.
Really?
VRBO.
Verbose.
B-O-Z-O.
Verbo was Home Away, and they bought Home Away.
There you go.
Home away.
Home Away was a big one.
You're a homo away.
Homo gay.
We're one homo away from having a 3-man show here.
So we go down there. It's this perfect travel. We get the car. No problems getting the car. Beautiful weather. 90 degrees. It was hot as fuck. It was like 100 degrees, actually.
Always over there.
So we go over there. We have the thing where you land. You get there at noon, but you can't get the house till 3. So we got to go kill time. And all you want to do is fuck your wife in the tits.
Kill Tony.
So I call Derek, and I'm like, we're going to drive by the house right now. He's all excited. He's like, I'm at work right now. Can you believe that? I'm like, what? We're on vacation.
Yeah.
So we drive by the house. We're like, it's amazing. Big bushes, the whole thing, the sprinkler system, whatever the fuck.
Love a bush.
You go in the back. It's this big, long, in-ground pool with the hot tub.
Oh.
And you just want to do some wife swapping, don't you? Palm Springs,
yeah.
you know what I mean? You
Definitely.
You got that hot tub and the pool. You want to put those kids to bed and
I know.
and fuck each other's wives for a couple days, you know?
Yeah, what is that? I get that. I land in Florida. I just want to fuck a guy's wife and blow off a gay man's dick and ride a jet ski with an iguana.
There's certain energy. I think it's the palm trees. There's
Maybe.
something about palms.
Interesting. I'm using my palm. But in New Orleans, there's palm trees too. And that's another city where you get that, I want to break the rules and break a hymen.
Yeah, because I go to Boston. I'm not like, I want to eat out my aunt.
No,
But-
you want to install some shelving in Boston. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. You want to play golden tee and like fist fight somebody. But in Palm Springs,
Yeah.
you just like, should we go find some couples and fuck? And by the way, you know the upside down pineapple?
Oh, that's Swingers.
That's Swingers.
the movie.
So Sarah and I watched this B movie called Palm Swings, which is on Showtime.
Interesting.
And it's like a softcore porn.
Ooh.
We had a great time. We were commenting. We should do some of these.
Well, we did Strangers by the Anal.
Well, that's like an A movie with a gay
see.
movie.
Anal.
That was a great one. That's on the Patreon. Go get on the Patreon.
Killer ep. I got hard. I didn't tell you. I
Well,
showed you.
I appreciate it. So we watch Palm Swings, and it's hilarious. It's goofballs. And the first day, we go to like this big breakfast place, and what do we see? A big fat asshole in line. He looked like Chuck. He had a T-shirt. It said, "Where's the party?" with an upside down pineapple.
Oh, I
was
love
like-
this guy.
I was like, this is Kismet. But then I looked at his wife, and he looked like, I mean,
like George Wendt.
I don't even. Yeah, George went in the wing.
Aha!
Wet wig.
I went there.
She was bad news, gray, like witch hair, and one of those skirts that goes all the way to the floor.
Oh, what is he, a Hasidic Jew? That's cuckoo.
It was Hasidic PU. And you're such a bummer, because I think that's what swingers are. It's
Always.
fat assholes.
It's never, Tom Brady and Giselle aren't out there with the pineapple T-shirt on.
They're like, put your keys in a bowl and whoever you get.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, by the way, in Palm Swings, they do that. They have a big swinger meetup. And then everyone puts their hotel room key in a bowl. And you pick out of the bowl, and that's who you fuck. And they didn't, don't you think they should have had a big, crazy, fat asshole with acne who's
Just
like, you got him.
One wild
a
card.
little levity.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like a Wheel of Fortune. There's one bankrupt. And
Yes.
you go, oh, I hope I don't get Fred.
Yes, exactly. They could have hired like a shirtless Chuck with a sombrero, and they're like, what? You got to fuck him? You know, maybe not that gross, but something.
Yeah, that's a little far. But yeah, that's a shame about the swingers, and you always hear about these sex parties in New York, and there's sex clubs, and it's always people who look like the cast of Roseanne.
Chappelle used to have a great bit. I don't think it's on a special. I used to see him do it at the Cellar about. He's like, I always feel like I'd fuck up the sex party. Like I show up with potato salad,
Oh, yeah.
and then he's like, he doesn't act out of the guy. He's like, I just ate it with Chappelle's joke. That was Dave
That's fun.
Chappelle, everybody.
I get it.
My act's a lot funnier than that.
Oh, yeah, he stinks.
New special Friday.
Ooh, that's exciting.
This Friday, the big day, 9:30 p.m.
I've noticed a lot of these specials now, the last batch, have been very, what's the term here? With the title, where you just keep it front and center. Hey, this year's material, DeVito's is called My YouTube Special.
Ah.
It's very, what's the, minimal almost.
Minimal.
That seems to be the new trend.
Is that the trend? I don't know. Well, mine is supposed to be a play on an Elvis Costello album, which we're going to do. Syracuse is going to take a photo and make it the album covers, which will make it make more sense. But no one gets it, but it still is something.
But that's something that adds up.
Well, all my albums have some kind of like tribute-y album cover thing to
Right.
them.
Hair, here, no good. What is it?
So far, no good.
So far, no good. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Even like Norm's was called Me Doing Stand-Up.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So that seems to be the cool move.
Well, he's dead. Well, I'm a cool guy. But anyways,
He
it
did?
comes out 9:30 p.m. this Friday. Watch live on the thing. We'll be in the chat room and, you know.
That's exciting. I'm going to watch it. I have Friday. I'm in the city Friday, which is rare. So are we doing a party maybe?
I don't know about a party.
Is
I
that
can't
too
have
much?
people watch my thing.
I mean, I get it.
I'm
but,
ashamed to watch it.
Yeah, we can go to your place, your pad. We'll get some Cokes and pizzas
Come
and
on
cookies.
over if you want. Yeah,
I
you
might
never,
come
you never
by.
come over. Come by. Move to Queens, for God's sakes.
That's a little far.
Far from what? Long Island City, it's 10 minutes. Brooklyn's far.
Nah, I get that D train to the Barclays. I'm there in 4 minutes.
No, you don't know what you're talking about. You're out of your mind.
Hey, everybody. This week's episode of Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by Fanimal. I love live events. That's true. But I hate buying tickets. The hidden fees suck, and coordinating with friends is a nightmare. You got that right, especially with this guy. There's nobody here, but you know what I mean. Mark. He's hard to plan with. Always, I end up fronting a bunch of money and chasing down my friends to get reimbursed. And if they flake, I'm stuck with the whole bill. But then I discovered Fanimal. That's right, Fanimal. Fanimal has tickets to everything, and there are no fees. No price you see. No, the price you see is the price you pay. Woo. The words you see are what you need to read. Not only are the prices transparent, but they're always the lowest that you can find anywhere. You can't find them any lower. And any hot ticket like the Governor's Ball or Lollapalooza, Fanimal is always the cheapest option. Nobody goes to a live event alone, so why buy tickets alone? Fanimal's group purchase makes it easy. First, you set a minimum size for your group and choose the number of tickets you want to pay for yourself. Then you invite friends. I got to tell you, I could have used this last week. I went to the Red Sox. I went to 2 Red Sox games, 1 Bruins game. This week I went to the Sabres game. I went to the Buffalo Bisons game. I'm a go out and get tickets guy, and I need Fanimal. I use Fanimal. Oh yeah, Fanimal has amazing customer service. Don't take my word for it. Check out their hundreds of 5-star reviews. The next time you need tickets, go to Fanimal.com and sign up with Tuesdays for $20 off credit towards your first purchase. Check out Fanimal and experience more. That's right. We forgot to do the ads, so I'm doing them over Zoom. That's right. Solo Zoom ads. I can't believe this is what my face looks like. I want to die. But Tuesdays with Stories will never die because it's brought to you by Lucy. If you're looking for nicotine gum, lozenges, or pouches to use nicotine to relax, focus, or just unwind after a long day, there's only one stop you should make, and that stop is Lucy. All aboard the Lucy train. I love Lucy. They sent us some of this gum. I chew it right up. It makes me relaxed. I love all the flavors. They got some of the best flavors around. You know how much I love nicotine gum. If you enjoy using nicotine, you should definitely check out Lucy's products at lucy.co. That's lucy.co and use promo code Tuesdays at checkout. And if you're a listener from Canada, Lucy is now available at ca.lucy.co. That's ca.lucy.co. Even though I was going downtown. Also, I have to read this disclaimer. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Remember, if you're interested in a better way to use nicotine, visit lucy.co and be sure to use the promo code Tuesdays.
But any jizz, so we go to Palm Springs. It's fucking great. We didn't fuck the swinger guy. We get there. We fuck in all the rooms. It's all exciting. By the way, you're in Palm Springs, you get that sexy feel. So I go to the hot tub. I'm like, I'm going to get naked. I'm going to swim in the pool naked.
Whoa.
Sarah's like, are you serious? What are you, crazy?
What's
I'm
your
like,
house?
I'm like, it's our house. Everyone's in bed. No one's here. The other family hasn't arrived yet. So I take off my skibs. I did the classic, like, whip them over your head and toss them. Dove in that pool, got a little chlorine in the cock, and it felt great. And then she was like, okay. And like kind of like did like a little skippy thing and kicked it. We sat in the hot tub nude.
I love it.
It was the hottest thing I've done since fucking, my father and I bowled together.
Good for you. Hey, your mind's in the gutter. But you're living, man. That's great. It's and there's something. It's a shame that hot tub sex doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, it seems perfect. You're both warm. The steam is coming out. You're naked. You're wet. And then she sits on there, and your dick's like, it sounds like you're trying to like push a balloon down a slide. It's too much friction.
And I think in the water, isn't it weird? I think we've talked about this before, but water makes you dry. It's so weird.
Huh?
It dries you out. It dries your clam. It dries your skin. Like when you shower, you get dry skin. That's why you have to moisturize.
Yeah, it's kind of like soap scum. It's like, well, what the fuck? I thought it was soap. Why are you making it dirty? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Good bit.
I'm not saying it's a bit, but it's a parallel.
Let me throw this at paradox. Parallel? Parallel means like running next to each other.
Yeah, well, it's
Parallel to what I was saying?
Yeah. Paradise.
Paraplegic.
Paralegal.
Is that the same thing?
No.
Which one's which?
A paralegal's a lawyer in a wheelchair. I think.
What do you make of this? What do you think of this theory? You're a guy.
I like theory.
Yeah, you're
of relativity.
You're something. I was going to say intelligent, but that's not the word.
No.
It's,
that's a little much.
Yeah, you're, I don't know. You like to think.
Worldly?
Worldly?
Philosophical?
Queefy.
Keep going, yeah.
Jizzy. Hard.
Something.
Yeah.
You're something.
You're a thinker.
You're something.
All right. I'm something.
When you put sunblock on,
I never use it.
and then you rub it on your head, who's to say you're not rubbing it into your fingers? Or like the spray stuff. Like you get the spray stuff, right? You spray it all over. You spray it on your arm.
Sure.
And then you rub it. Yeah.
Sure.
So it rubs all over. But like, aren't you also equally rubbing it into your hand?
I would say yeah.
Is it like the sunblock's not like, well, he wants it on his arm. Let's go into the arm.
Right. I like where your head's,
there?
but I do think the palm is a little rougher and has less absorption. I don't know if that's a word. Abortion has less absorbing than the arm.
Yeah, I think so. But when you finish, you have shit on your hand.
That's true.
So you're like, how much of this? Like if I sprayed it on and then rubbed it with a cloth, I guess that's absorbing. That would take it off.
That would take it off. But your hand is almost. That's why wetness doesn't just. If you put your hand in water, it doesn't absorb the water.
Right.
But if you put your arm in water.
But if I dump water on your arm, that's not going to absorb either. It's going to drip off.
Yeah.
That's why we have towels.
I think you're just getting sunscreen on both.
Yeah.
But that's a
weird.
good point. I like it. It's kind of like what's his face? What's that guy's name?
Gallagher?
The bald guy.
Gallagher.
Schimmel.
Oh, Schimmel.
Gallagher too. No, Schimmel. He said, "I bought that cream, that makes your dick bigger." And he's like, "I lathered my hands up, and then I realized, wait, why are my hands bigger?"
Ah.
Great bit.
Yeah. Funny guy.
Yeah, he's good.
By the way, I'm
dead.
gonna have to like pass off here because I got too much stuff. I'm not even into Palm Springs.
Sorry.
But
we've been zigging and zagging.
today I had to drive to Chris D to do his podcast. Today, Chris D.
Staten
Chaos.
Island.
Drove to Staten Island, which is a fucking abortion to get there.
It's a haul.
But I listened to, I was in traffic on the Queensboro Bridge and I said, you know what I need to do? I haven't done this in a while. I want to really smile and have some joy, some boyish joy. Tossed on old track number 2, Ben Bailey Boulevard.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
If you're at home, he might have been taken off of Spotify, but if you pause the podcast, go to Apple Music, Spotify, a time machine, put on the Ben Bailey Boulevard track of Ben Bailey's album, which is called Ben Bailey Boulevard.
I disagree. Don't pause. Do it later. But do it. But keep going with this. We're rolling.
That's a good point. But what a bit. He's killing. Have you heard that?
Yeah,
He's murdering.
It's been a while.
Murder, but it's such an amazing bit. Classic comic.
But what a thing. That's a great moment there. It's a great point because everybody's got these comedy albums and they're supposed to make you happy. They're supposed to make you feel good. And you wanted to feel good and you put it on.
Joy to the world. Well, I had on like XM because now I'm like this old ass. In traffic, I can't listen to music. If I'm cruising, I want Tom Petty.
Interesting.
But if I'm sitting and like stop go, give me some like, Rush Limbaugh,
Yes,
one of those really smart guys.
Give me some Glenn Beck. You want a little stimulation. You want a little Farrakhan.
You want
something.
a big retard telling you what's what.
Yes.
So I was like listening to like Stern. He had Whitney Cummings on, who's great. But I was like, I'm not feeling this. And I was like, I'm going to Ben Bailey Boulevard. And I was laughing like I was like a psycho. Just doubled over, pounding the table. One of the great bits of all time.
That's great. That's a 25-year-old bit. I feel like you put on comedy now. It's like, hey, my dad fucked my face when I was 5, and whoopsie boo boo.
Well, it's so funny because it's very 90s. He's like, you ever dial the wrong number? And he does this whole thing, and it's very 90s, but it's so good. But I'll pause Palm Springs because I feel like I've been talking this whole time.
No, but at least we should at least put a bow on the Nazi.
I mean, it's the bow. I was there for 7 days. I'm in the half day here.
Okay, geez. Well, let me put a finger on it. Remember when you did that with your mom? She said, touch this, and then she tied it.
Oh, kind of.
Yeah. I only remember a memory of my mother. But, well, I don't know where to begin either. It's been 16 years. I don't know where I was, but I'll just fast forward, FF, all the way up to Moontower.
Moontower.
Cat Stevens?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
Yusuf
good.
Islam.
Yeah.
So, by the way, what a horrible thing to lose that name. Cat Stevens. And you're
Yeah.
going to change it to Yusuf Islam? Come on.
Yeah, just stick with cat. Just be like Muslim cat.
Yeah, I'm a Muzzy cat.
Nothing wrong with a Muslim cat.
Cat Muzz. So,
I hope that chair, that squeaky's not picking up on the sound.
yeah.
Are you listening to
You
it?
all right? I didn't even know.
It's a lot of squeaks.
Squeaks,
See?
the bleeps, and the queeps. I didn't get much, but I stopped moving. It's all about the movement. Sounds like a hotel fuck.
Palm swings.
Yeah, there we go. Pineapple. I'll try to keep still. But so I fly down to Austin, which you gotta just anytime you go to Austin, it's exciting. That's one of those poppin', fun, loving towns.
I'm there next week.
Comedy's great. There's podcasting. There's festivals. There's teenagers. There's kids. It's great. There's booze. So you fly down, and you know what's nice is we've been around the block.
Sure.
So you remember you used to fly there and be like, I gotta get my badge, I gotta get my package and my duffel of horse shit. You know, this is the restaurant in town. This is a ticket to a free snack pack at the local daycare and all this horse shit you're never gonna use. So I just land and I go, yeah, I don't need a badge. And they go, you got to pick up your badge. I'm like, I'm good. I got a show tonight. I'm going to go to the show. It's sold out. It's at the Paramount Theater. They don't let me in. That's on you. I'm not getting my badge.
No badge.
Fuck a badge. Veg. So is that pod still around?
No. It's
right.
on to Lady Journey now.
Okay.
Adrian out, Hannigan in.
I get it. It happens. So
I'm all itchy over here.
I get a text. I forgot I never booked an opener. I just forgot.
Oh, you're that guy now. You're
I'm
Louie.
I'm Louie.
That's
yes.
what Louie does. You know, he calls the comedy club. He says, hey, Cap City, send a comedian my way.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Pretty fun.
I like. Maybe I'll do that.
What'd you do?
But then you run the risk of getting Johnny Music Cue or whoever the fuck. You know, you don't want to get that guy. The guy with the turntables or somebody who looks like Chuck. Either way.
Oh.
Yeah. So I show up and the show's at 7. It's probably 4:30 in the afternoon. By the way, you land in the airport in Austin. It's jammed. Grand Central Station. It's nothing but comedians. I'm like, oh, there's Mark Maron eating a hoagie. There's Tim Dillon eating a dick. There's Sam Talent. There's Anthony DeVito. Wow. There's that guy. It's so cool.
A lot of whites.
A lot of whites. It's
boy.
Texas.
Yikes.
So I go, hey, let me look at the Moontower lineup. See who's around.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get your pick of the litter. So I go, oh, there's Rosebud. Beep, boop, boop, boop. Hey, Rose, you want to do it? I'm on a show at 7. All right, blow me. Beep, boop, boop. Hey, DeVito, I'm on a show at 7. Boop. And so you get a little desperate after a while.
Boy.
It's like last
yikes.
call at the bar, you know?
Oh,
You're like,
yikes.
I guess I'll fuck this Rosie O'Donnell character here.
Yikes. Oh, my God.
So I just got an old pal in there. I got Andrew Youngblood, and then
Youngblood.
yeah, he's a good egg. And then Zaid.
What?
Remember
What are you
Zaid?
saying?
He's a Houston guy.
Oh, I was thinking of I'm thinking of Assad. That's the guy, in,
Terrorist?
not Jordan. Syria.
Assad. Got it.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah, then there's Arafat. I don't know what he did.
Oh, yeah. He's sitting over there. Woo!
I lost 35 fucking pounds.
You look great. I said it earlier. I said you look great.
Shame works.
You look great.
All right.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Are you kidding?
So then we proceed to do the show. I got 8 guys filming. Got to sign a bunch of shit. There's all this legal horse shit, mumbo jumbo. But show goes on without a hitch. Neil Brennan shows up, And I was like, oh, you want to do 5 or whatever? And he's like, nah, but we chatted, and that was nice.
Yeah.
And he just watched the show side stage, which is very nerve-wracking because this guy's got a toe in every comedy pool.
Right.
You know, he's like helping Mulaney write. He does Seth Meyers' correspondence dinner. He's hanging out with Chris Rock or whatever it is.
He's so scary too because he's got those clear glasses.
Yeah.
There's like a fish going through him, and he's very like he sits, like leg crossed like this. And Ari does this too, where he's like kind of pontificating with the glasses,
Right.
and you're like, I'm waiting at any moment for him to be like, "You're full of shit" or something. You just feel this vibe that he's like gonna just tell me my SAT scores and make me cry.
There's a little good cop, bad cop thing going on with him, and he knows his stuff, so you want him to approve of you and all that. But he was very nice, and you go up there and you want to be like, half my act is about queefs, right? Like this is silly shit,
Right.
But it was all fine, and he hung out. He gave me a ton of notes, ton of tags, which was great.
That's nice.
Then you beeline out of there. It's always nice when you don't have to do the fan stuff. They're like, we got to get you over to here. And you're like, oh, I have no guilt about not shaking hands.
That's nice.
And we went to the New York's finest
Oh, fun.
at Antone's. And then you're like, oh, there's Rosebud. There's Andy Haynes. Oh, Andy Haynes hosted. That's who it was.
Oh, Hainsey.
Great guy, funny guy.
Love Haynes.
So then you go to New York, and it's all your pals. It's DeVito, it's Haynes, it's Rosebud, it's the other guy, Emma Willman, and all these people you know. So you're like, oh, this is nice. Cypher's there. And boy, did I eat a dick.
Come on.
Isn't
with
that?
eating it.
I swear to God, you do this sold-out theater. I had the set of my life. Neil Brennan's high-fiving me. He's got clear glasses. I'm full of shit. And then I go to Antone's, and it's a lot of the same people. And I did some of the same act because I've been at that
Sure.
point.
Getting cum in the face.
Yes, and so I couldn't move because the cum was crackling and harding.
Crackling cum on my face.
Cat Stevens?
Neil Diamond.
Yes. So, I was kneeling, and I got the cum on the face and just ate a dick. And then when you start bombing, I don't know if you remember these days, but the bombing makes you
night?
drink more.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing with drinking. If you have a great set, you're like, let me have a couple cocktails. If you bomb, you're like, let me have a couple cocktails. If you're off, you're like, I got a night off.
Let me have some cocktails.
Exactly.
That's a good point. That's the beauty of drinking. It works in any occasion.
Yeah.
A divorce? Give me a drink. I'm married. Let's toast a drink.
A wise man once said, win or lose, we still booze.
I love it. Yes. Who said that? Homer Simpson? Beer is the problem and the solution.
To all my problems. Wait,
The cause and the solution. There you go.
of all my problems.
And then Ben Franklin said, beer is proof that God loves us, which
Yes.
doesn't
God
really make
exists and
sense.
loves us. Yeah. He
Something.
wants us to be happy.
That's it.
God exists and he wants us to be happy.
Smart guy, not funny, had syphilis.
And a kite.
Poonhound. Yeah. Well, easy with the Jewish slurs.
Whoa.
But so then, now here's the clinker. One Josh Adam Myers,
Oh boy.
you know him, you love him. He goes, hey, you still doing goddamn Comedy Jam? And I'm like, no, that's not my cup of jizz. I don't know anything about that. I don't know any songs. I can't sing. I can't dance. And he goes, well, you said you're doing it. And I'm like, I can't do it. He's like, dude, 2 people pulled out. You got to do it. And I'm like, so I'm half in the bag, and I go, fuck it. It's going to be bad. And he's like, nah, everybody says that. It's going to be super fun. I'll guide you. We got the full band. They learn the song.
Oh boy.
So I'm like, what's the song? It's This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan.
This is how we do. Do.
You should be doing this. I was a wet blanket up there.
South Central does it like nobody does.
Well, I don't know about that, Tony Braxton, but the band memorized it. They're like they're waving the sheet music. They're like, "You're in." Apparently, I agreed to it at the cellar party, which was also a blackout night,
Oh, jeez.
and I couldn't get out of it. I had to go up, and it was the worst thing ever.
I can't imagine how bad, because your voice is awful. You don't know music. You got no timing or rhythm.
Yeah,
musically, comedically, fantastic, off
No.
the charts. But my
It
God,
was-
I've seen you try to tap your toe to a tune, and it's ugly.
It was an abomination. Montel Jordan sent a cease and desist. He's pissed. The lawyer called me. I mean,
You're like Elaine out there with the
yes,
thumbs and the kicks.
that was me. I did a little of this.
Oh man,
I
this
mean-
is- I don't want to picture it.
There's a couple videos out there surfacing. It's worse than the Pam and Tommy. I mean, it is bad. And I looked at like he's singing with me, and it's one of those where you think you know every word. You're like, oh, I know that song left to right, like the back of my nutsack. And then you get up there and you're like, 64 in the 19. There's all these like LA terminology that I don't know, and boy, was it a real bomb, real abortion.
As somebody that did a lot of karaoke, got laid doing karaoke, a common mistake here's the 2 big mistakes people make.
Uh-huh.
Now I don't know if Montel Williams is rap or whatever.
I'd say it's rappy.
The 2 big mistakes are people want to do girls just want to have fun, and they don't realize what an incredible singer Cyndi Lauper is.
Sure.
And you can't hit those notes. And number 2 is hip hop. People think they can do hip hop.
No hip.
And you're just behind the whole time, and you're hopping, and it's just terrible.
Bad news, and there was a lot of that, and the audience hated it, and you could tell they were like, how much longer? Like, let's get through this. And then the guy behind me, I think Guy Branum, went out there and did Enter Sandman. It was like, bah! The place went fucking nuts. People are headbanging and waving their hair and breaking guitars. So it was a real big abortion.
Wow, yikes. What a weird night, because it went reverse.
I know.
Like the best show ever, and then you didn't do so hot, and then you ate shit.
Yeah. Derek Gaines came out. He's like, man, I had a great set because you fucking ate it. It was all uphill. Woo! I was like, all right, thank you.
Boy, they're just booking. It's all New York people.
Apparently.
I'm so sad because 2020 we were all doing Moontower, and then it got canceled, and then they were like splintered Moontower into several different things. Like I did that theater back in whenever the fuck I did it last year, and they called that Moontower. But it was just me and Rachel Feinstein were the only ones out there, and Jessica Kirshen.
Oh yeah, she was there as well. Yeah, it is weird. There's like 8 Moontowers now. It's part of JFL, but then there's like 9 Rogue Comedy Fests as well. The Rhode Island one, there's like 15 of those a year. I can't keep up. And he's like, it's the spring one. Like, what?
I can't figure anything out, but I love Moontower. I'm there this next week, May 5th through the 7th at Cap
still
City.
going?
Not Moontower,
okay.
in Austin.
Oh,
I'm at
great.
Cap City. So come out to Cap City, new location.
Yes, that's
And
exciting.
I think Grossman owns it now. That guy owns everything.
Woo, he was there.
Oh, wow. How about that?
It was fun. I can't wait to hear about that because the old Cap City was legendary. Kinnison, Bill Hicks, all that shit. Big room. Ari did a special there. So let me know.
Yeah, I can't wait. May 5th through the 7th. Come on out, folks. Get your tickets. Get them early.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So,
Folks, Tuesdays with Stories is also brought to you by Blue Chew. I just turned 40 years old, and you know what that means. Limp dicks are right around the corner. That's why I got to have a Blue Chew handy. You keep them right by the desk, and bang, you're in there, you're ready to play. There's nothing sexier than confidence, and Blue Chew can help give you confidence when it counts. I love sex. I have it all the time. I'm right next to my bed where I have it. My vibrator's here, my strap-on's here, all my oils, all my mustaches. Blue Chew's tablets offer the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form. That's right, a chewable form. If you don't like swallowing pills, this is for you. I don't like swallowing pills. Since Blue Chew is online prescriptions service, there's no doctor's office or waiting in line. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, Blue Chew can help. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Tuesdays at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code Tuesdays to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And thanks, Blue Chew, for sponsoring our show. We appreciate you. And finally, Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by Manscaped. God, I love Manscaped. I use it every day. My wife uses it every day, even though she's a woman. Womanscaped. Save big by going to manscaped.com for 20% off. Free shipping with code Tuesdays. 20% off. Get your day started by trimming those wayward hairs with the waterproof Lawnmower 4.0. Clean your holes and smell the spring in the air with the Weed Whacker, and also clean up with their Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver. Finish off your grooming routine with the Plow 2.0, the perfect razor for the finest shave on your face. Because if you're using the Lawnmower 4.0 on your balls and your face, you're doing it wrong, boys. Manscaped has partnered with Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection. Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35. I'm outside of there. I'm 40 now. My God. And giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of their We Save Balls initiative. Right now, you can get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Tuesdays at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com and use Tuesdays. It's time to throw out your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life. Let's get back to the show.
All right. I flew there from Moontower, drinking all night, got on a flight to Phoenix. By the way, Phoenix flights are no joke. It's like a 2-hour flight. I think it was like $1,100.
I'm going to Austin. I waited. I booked this week, which is a week and a half out. It's like $800. Austin's always crazy expensive.
It is.
There's
It's a hot town.
flight. It's all these people moving to Austin.
Yep.
Comics. And I'm like, you're going to run out of money just trying to fly out of that
I
fucking
know.
place.
It's crazy. Elon Musk lives there. He bought Twitter. The whole thing's fucked.
Must have got lost. Well, let me get back to Palm Springs, and then we'll swing it back around to
Please.
Phoenix. So
Swingers.
I'm out there. So that night, to get to out west, we had like a 6 a.m. flight. I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get to JFK.
Nightmare.
And now you're like 3 hours ahead.
Aha.
And Derek and his family get in at like 11:45. Then they get delayed.
Ooh.
So they get in at like 12:30, which is 3:30 my time. So I've been up for 23 hours.
Oh, you're going to wait for him.
I'm trying to wait up for them and let them in the house and everything. And I'm like falling asleep. I'm like slapping myself, and I'm trying to like jump in the pool naked and put a
Sure.
pool noodle in my ass just to stay awake.
Oh, yeah.
They finally get there, and you're so excited. It's so hard to like have someone arrive late at night because you're like, you're here. And I'm like farting in the kid's face, and I'm throwing them, and you want to get like a midnight swim.
Right.
But they're exhausted because to them, 12:30, they're 6 and 5 and 9.
Oh, yeah.
So 12:30 at night is like 7 a.m. or whatever the fuck makes
Kids.
sense.
You can't have kids.
So then we all go to bed. I can't sleep. I'm just tossing and turning because I'm a kid.
Right.
I'm like, I'm going to take the kid. I'm going to shove him up my ass. I'm going to do this, that, the other thing. And the next day is my birthday.
Aha.
So it's my birthday. So once your birthday, you're like the king.
Right.
Even the kids, I'm like, you shut your fucking mouth. You're doing what I want to do.
You got that right.
So, we wake up, we go see the Marilyn Monroe statue. They got a giant Marilyn Monroe with the skirt blowing up.
And you look under it?
You look underneath it, the kids love it. I'm like, that's a butthole. And Joey, my nephew, he's like obsessed with poo and butt. So everything's poo and butt. I'm having a blast.
Smart kid.
I'm teaching him b-hole. I'm calling shit a dinger. So now he's just like earnestly like, I got to take a dinger. It's classic.
Oh, that's great.
Good stuff. We're laughing our asses off. Then I'm like, you got to go to these Palm Canyons, which is this big. You walk down this long switchback into this canyon, and then there's like some water down there, these big trees going. It's spectacular.
Very nice.
So we go down there. The kids are tired, though, because they've been up. They're too excited. So I'm like, whatever. You're like forcing them to hike. You're like, shut up. This is fun. You don't realize it. It's literally 105 degrees.
Child abuse out here.
So then we're getting ready to go back, and the kids, they're like, we're going to sit on this rock because we're tired. Their legs hurt. Because every step you take is like 4 steps for them.
Little legs.
If you're doing 10,000, they're doing 40,000.
Yeah, Brad Williams.
This is what, Viter has to deal with this too.
Right.
So Sarah sees like some puddle. She's like, I'm going to put my feet in the water.
Okay.
It's a desert. So they're like, okay. And then, so Eric and Derek's wife are like, I'll follow you. And then Derek just goes over there. We're all like sheep. The kids sit on a rock.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, I'll stand halfway between because they're putting their dumb toes in a puddle, literally a muddy puddle.
Okay.
Good blues singer.
Yeah.
And then the kids are sitting on this rock. So I'm like, I'll stand in the middle and keep an eye on both. I'll be the nucleus.
You're between a rock and a puddle.
But I'm looking at them because I want to make sure, my wife's not stepping on a scorpion.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, I just hear out of this ear, I hear, get up, listen to me. You got to get up, move.
Ooh.
And so I'm like, well, that's interesting. I look over and it's like a couple of idiots just like doing this. Seriously, just move, just go now. Listen to me. And I'm like, what is happening
What
over
the
here?
hell?
And I look, and my niece and nephew, they're sitting there like this.
Oh, no.
And I go, what? They're like, there is a rattlesnake on your feet. And I go, what the hell's going on over here? And I come looking over and I go, okay, guys, shoo over. There is a rattlesnake. I got a photo of it. It's 9 feet long. It's asleep, dead asleep, REM sleep, but it's coiled like from here to here. It's like this big.
It's like a dinger.
And her, like, if you put your hand there, this is her foot is like here.
Who's her?
My niece.
Oh.
She's 9. Her foot's dangling, and her brother's next to her, and they're like, cheese. trees. It's just like sitting there like two dipshits
wow.
with a poisonous rattlesnake sitting. I mean, it's below her foot and her foot is dangling.
Oh, this is why you can't go to Iraq.
The kid foot dangle, and then what's even scarier for them is this 3 weirdo hipster assholes that are like this, get out of there, go. Which I'm a little annoyed by because you could tell they wanted to be the snake experts.
The hero, yeah.
You could have just been like, oh, hey, guy, or grab one of us and say, hey, your kid's about to step on a scorpion, snake, whatever the fuck it's called, rattlesnake.
Yes.
So the kids are like, and like they finally like get up and they start walking, and I'm like, okay, you're fine, just walk over there, and then. The snake's still sleeping. They're like, sorry, we didn't mean to scare everyone.
Wow.
And then their parents come over and they're like, what the hell's happening over here? I'm like, well, your daughter almost died.
Wow,
it's a whole thing.
Kids love a rattle.
And then the kids had like opposite reactions. So Joey, who had been tired, he's like, you got to carry me up this mountain because it's a mountain we got to climb. He's
Sure.
like, you got to carry me. Please carry me. Somebody carry me.
Yeah.
Carrier dome. And then he's
Carrier
like,
pigeon.
all right, well, let's get out of here. And then he just shoots right up the thing. No, it doesn't need any help. He just walks right up there. He's like, let's get the fuck out of here. And we get to the top of the mountain, we look down, and it's just a scene like the girl is just crying. She's like, oh my God, I can't ever go by. And the snake's still sitting there.
Wow. Can we put a picture of the snake on the Patreon?
Well, and everyone yeah, sure. And then everyone that comes down, you have to be like, excuse me, there's a snake right here. Don't step on the snake. And it's I've never seen a rattlesnake usually they're like out in the shade.
Sure.
Or wherever. I mean, it was shady because it was below a rock, but right on the path.
Wow.
And eventually, they got her up there. We got her some ice cream and everything. But it was quite a sight. It was one of those moments in life where you're like, we were so close to this being an entirely different vacation.
Yes. Just like that, the kid is dead.
Yeah,
Boom.
I mean, poison. You gotta suck it out or eat her out, something.
Yeah, they
But-
pee on it. I don't know what the rule is.
I don't know what you do. I don't think you actually suck it. And the key is with those snake bites, because there's venom, you got to stay calm.
Yes.
Because if you freak out, it starts pumping the
Oh,
venom.
is that right?
But you can't tell a 9-year-old girl to be like this, okay?
Yeah.
Who's just been bit by a poisonous snake. You can't be like, just stay cool.
You can't tell a 39-year-old girl to calm down either.
No, yeah, they get crazy. So that was scary, but it was eventful. We got out of there, and you had to be like this. Okay, that was wild, and she'll never hike again ever in her life. But
God, no.
actually did hike, just not there, which is so funny how kid mind work.
Right.
Like, we're never going back there.
That's where all the snakes are.
Then we went to Joshua Tree, which is like a national park, which is massive, and we just hiked all over.
Right.
Because you're like, well, the snake is in that park.
Man, yeah, when I was a kid, my grandparents lived out in Slidell, which is like the sticks of Louisiana, and I was fishing. I don't know, this is like 1941. I'm fishing off a pier with a straw hat and a stick in my mouth, and this guy, Gus, he was an old mechanic. He had a shirt that said Gus on it, and he was like doing yard work or something, and I'm just like, and he just goes, hey, yeah! And I looked next to me, and he took a shovel and cut the head of a snake off that was coming towards me.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I was like, Jesus, thanks, Gus. And he was like, "Brr," and he went back into the shadows.
That away, Gus. Well, my friend Bart, that's a whole other story, Boston, he comes every year for Patriots Day, which I'll tell on a later episode. Does that make sense? Oh, yeah. Another episode.
Sure.
Feels like later. Feels like whatever.
We're in the future.
I get distracted sometimes. But anyway, so he had a story. Listen to this story. This is crazy.
Hit
So
me,
him
Fatty.
and his wife went to South Africa, to Kruger Park, the big park there.
Freddie.
And she's hanging out, like reading in a gazebo. And all of a sudden, this black snake falls from the straw roof.
Wow.
And just falls next to her. And she's like, whoa, that was crazy. And for whatever reason, she's just not afraid of snakes. She's afraid of spiders, scorpions, dick, clowns.
I don't care what fall. I mean, if a cupcake fell, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Well, I think she was like, whoa, what? And then she's
Yeah.
like, oh, wow, a snake. And she's like, look at this. And then the snake was crawling around, and it kind of disappeared. And she's like, guys, there's a snake over here. Check this out.
Yeah.
And so one of the park rangers came over.
Aha.
And he's like, okay. And she's like, yeah, it went under the cushion. You got to get it out of there because people sit here. And he's like, okay, well, I'll get it out. And this is on video.
Oh, God.
The guy pulls up the
Cushion?
and he jumps like 12. He goes, oh, God. Black mamba.
Oh!
It's a black mamba.
No, not a black.
A black mamba fell on her, and she was like, whoa, that's crazy. It's the most poisonous snake on the planet.
Wow.
Also one of the fastest. It's the fucking Kill Bill snake.
Wow.
And the guy, the South African, park ranger,
Yeah.
he was like, ah! They had to bring in like
man.
4 other park rangers and a big long stick and a hook,
Wow.
and get it.
Black snake moan.
And the guy said if it had bit her, she would have been toast. No deal.
Whoa.
He said there's no helicopter that would have got there fast enough. She just would have been dropped dead.
And she's just like, how about that?
Well, they said it literally saved her was that she didn't freak out, because if she had freaked out, it would have bit her.
Interesting.
But she literally was like reading and was like, whoa, oh, wow, look at
Wow,
that. 'Cause,
man.
You know, women, they're like, we're in Africa and we're seeing a snake,
Right.
honey.
Right.
And it's like, it's really happening.
Yes,
And it
yes.
if she had been like, it would have bit her on the face and she would have died and he'd be single and we could have fucked and
There you
pictures.
go. Mambo number 5. How do you like that? Yeah, snakes. I'm terrified. I don't like snakes, spiders, anything that there's a phobia. I got a little bit of a phobia.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say I'm all in, but
Yeah, you just don't want a creature. I don't want a creature around.
a cockroach even. I'm like, you're ruining the night.
I know. Well, we're city guys. Even
got
like
that right.
even a squirrel.
Yeah, squirrels are shady and erratic.
A horse. I mean, I think we had this conversation before.
A whore.
Ari kept making fun in Ecuador. He's like, it's a horse.
Oh, horse.
It's a horse. He's like, walk over, pet it. He's like, why are you afraid of a horse? I'm like, it's a wild animal.
Yeah.
They kick and they don't speak English and they bite and they're
Right.
They fucking rot. They're muscular. It's a
Yes.
fucking animal.
It's horsepower.
Yes.
And they have no sense of humor. You can't do anything to get a horse to be like, all right, you got me there.
That's how I feel about dog. Any human being, if they want to kill you, you can be like, please, my father's gay. I got a small dick. I didn't mean what I said.
Fuck me in the ass.
I love you, But a horse, if it wants to kick you, you're gonna get kicked.
You're gonna get kicked, and it's all pipes. I mean, the buff. They're buff.
Forget about it. This one had abs and
Oh yeah, and all
pussy.
they got huge dicks, and all they eat is grass. Doesn't it seem like they should be doing creatine and a cycle of roids because they're all ripped?
Well, I think there's so much weight. They're just standing all the time. I stand. I don't feel like I get stronger.
I guess that's why the new ones are all like, because they're weak. They can't support themselves, and they got to build the muscle.
Isn't it weird that human beings have the longest can't survive on your own time?
Oh
By
yeah,
far.
we're
It's
trash.
Like 30 years.
Huh?
Like most animals, you pop it out, and like within like 4 days, they're like, all right, go kill something, you fucking pussy.
Yeah, you're on your own. You're paying rent, get a job, have a kid.
Do you know why? We looked this up recently. Do you know why you never see baby pigeons?
Uh-oh.
Are you okay?
I'm ready.
Well, it's because the pigeons, they grow up fast, but they house them.
They grow up so fast.
They milk them or whatever for
Milk
long
'em?
enough that they look regular.
So they
you
are
see
babies.
baby pigeons.
I
You just
see.
don't. You can't tell.
It's like Greg, the cat you hate.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing.
That thing's like 3 days old, but they just look like Bengal tigers within like a week.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's a kitten. It's not even a year.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I forgot about that cat. That makes me think, yeah, you should move to Brooklyn. I don't want that thing in my borough.
There you go. It's just something just go. Black kids. When I was in school, these black kids, they were 11. They were dunking and they had big boners in me and armpit hair.
So let me ask: is there any? Are you humoring me? Is there any chance of this Queens move? Or are you guys kind of talking and being like, "He's an idiot. Joe thinks we're gonna move to Queens. It's hilarious." Because in my mind, I'm like, I think I just made some progress.
I like a Long Island city. I like how the proximity to the city. I like how it's also I can get to the airport, but
Just hit me with it. I came all this way.
it's not my favorite neighborhood. Like
It's not my favorite.
it's high rises, it's shitty businesses.
You live in Manhattan.
Everybody's ugly. I'm in the village.
Yeah,
it's
that's
literally
true.
a village.
It's a village.
Takes a village. Takes all kinds.
Well, there's high, but there's some places aren't high rise.
Village people.
There's Astoria, the airport.
Yeah.
I got to the airport in 15 minutes.
I don't want to live in LaGuardia, but the Hudson News, I'm not allowed in there anymore.
Oh, you're gonna be a Cobble Hill. I'm telling you, you're either gonna get lit, you're gonna become one of them, or they're gonna kill you. They're gonna lynch you, or you're gonna have fedora and fucking the clear glasses.
Well, no, you're acting like you move somewhere and you're not Greek.
No, but I like anal.
True. All right, you got me there, fatty.
I just don't know. It's such a culture, but more, you're in danger.
But also
they're gonna be like, that's Mark Norman. He's on Rogan. They're gonna torch you.
I don't know. I walked around the neighborhood. I met the neighbors. It's an old Indian man. He was like, "Oh, thank you very much," or whatever the hell. Comedy. I like comedy.
You can't even say that in that neighborhood.
No,
say
you
old
can't.
Indian, they're gonna hang you.
Well, it's a lot of black folk too, which I feel good about because they don't get offended.
That's true.
And then you come in there with the clear
Some
glasses.
do.
They go, "Look at this motherfucker with a window on his face," or whatever the hell they say. So they keep it real.
Which neighborhood is it again?
Fort
Cobble
Greene.
Hill. Oh, Fort Greene.
Yes.
Right.
That's where Spike Lee's from.
How about that?
Yes.
Okay for him. Chuck, input. 3 words or less.
Output.
No input.
All right, that was 2. Perfect.
You got to have an opinion. You think God came down and stopped the bullets?
I'm now watching the 4-hour Tarantino doc.
Oh.
I'm about 2 hours in.
A 2-hour tour.
All right, so I went to Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Underrated city. I would never live there. I'd rather kill myself, but it's blazing hot. It's a dry heat. And the team's name is the Suns, but it's a great crowd. It's a great club. The neighborhood they put you in is like right downtown. It's nothing but shops and businesses and restaurants. And I had a great goddamn time. We added a Saturday show at 4, which will really sneak up on you.
Oh, boy.
That 4 o'clock. So you got a 4, a 7, and 9:30. But I'm out there with my gang, and we like to booze. So you wake up at 1. We do a Zoom. And then now it's 2:30, and you're like, I can shower, shit, shave, and I'm back at the show.
Right. Yeah, that's tough. The 4 is tough. You want to have a 4, but no other shows. That's the dream.
Oh, that would be nice.
That is the dream. I've always said that since I was like 14 years old. I want to do a 2 p.m. show and be like, good night, folks. That's what Cosby did, and he never had any bad ideas.
No. He's lived a great life. But what are we doing in Tampa? I think we're doing a 7, a 9, and a 4 in the morning.
Well, right now there's only 2 shows. I assume it's 7 and 10 or something. But
No,
we
I think
added-
there's 3.
Is there?
I thought we did 3 shows that night. I thought that's how we're going to cover the whole
I thought we
enchilada.
started, but I think we started with 1, then added a second. Sold out. I don't know if we've ever added the 3rd just yet.
Oh, maybe we
have
should.
the option.
Let's add. I mean, it's gonna
I'll
be a pain in the ass, but there's like 9 of us, so we don't have to do 3 hours.
It's also tricky though because we're arriving that day. I'm coming from Nashville and you're coming from Atlanta or something like that, or
Yeah, I don't know.
San
where.
Antonio. I think San Antonio.
Yeah, maybe San Antonio. That's not a
Yeah.
bad flight.
No, it doesn't seem bad. It's probably not wrecked though. You probably got to fly from San Antonio to fucking Minnesota or something.
You're right.
Figure it out. That's gonna be fun though. Come be a part of that.
Yeah,
That's when people should make the trip down.
Just to be a part of it. Yeah, you might have seen our acts 19 times, and you hate Ari. I get it, but could be fun. Just that it's going to be a vibe. It's going to be there's an energy in the air. It's a bachelor party for Christ's sakes, folks.
There'll be an energy. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. I'm very excited.
Yes, it's
And
going
then
to
we're
be
gonna be in
nuts.
London together too.
Woo!
But I think only for like 10 minutes. We got to figure out our schedules.
Wouldn't that be nice if we get a gay London app where we do a pod and you can see Big Ben in the back?
Yeah.
We do it right by the window.
And we could do something like we could go talk to ugly people and everything.
Yes, look, your teeth. Yeah, we'll meet Mary Poppins. It'll be nice.
Oh, you like that one, Chuck, huh?
Woo, boy. Well, the London Bridge is falling.
What time? How long have we been up here? I feel like it's been like 6 months. We got to need a clock in here.
Oh, all right,
58.
great.
Wow.
That and you still got 18 more novellas to dump on me.
I know. I mean, I haven't even got to buy. I'm only on day 1 of
Continue on the Patreon.
Palm Springs. Continue on the Patreon, and also next week and the week after. I got Boston, Patriots Day. I got to get to Buffalo. It's been wild. We got a lot to catch up on.
Here.
But the big news, folks. The time is here. It's finally come. The big race this Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Everyone keeps being like AM or PM. I'm like, I think I'm releasing at 9 o'clock in the morning.
What is this? What do you call that? A televangelist?
9:30 p. Eastern. That's 6:30 Pacific, and
Specific.
2:30 a.m. in London. Get out there, YouTube, my YouTube. Subscribe now. Jump in there. I'll be in the live chat. I'm going to be hitting up Chuck for algorithm shit. I don't know any of the algorithms. Jason Cass, the director, is like, you put in too many hashtags. You shouldn't have done that clip. You shouldn't have done that. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
So It's 5 days away from now. Are you going to do a clip every now and then? Are you going to wait till it comes out to do clips? What's the plan?
I was told
there?
to stop putting clips up. I put the preview up, then I put a whole bit up there, the roller coaster bit, so go watch that.
That's a classic.
And then the special comes out Friday. Watch it live because this algorithm is like a god. We have to all pray to the fucking algorithm. It makes me literally want to shoot a fucking bullet through the back of my head. I hate it. I hate that it's this thing that exists. But it does.
Yep.
So watch it live. That's the best thing you can do. Comment, like, share. And I don't have all the fucking hoopla and the PR and the Rogan and the shit. So just you. I'm pointing at the microphone. There's the camera. You make it happen. Make it work. Last time I was on Comedy Central, they have all these subscribers.
Right.
I got a fraction of it. So go subscribe. Tell everybody. Have a party. For God's sakes, I got to try to make my fucking money back.
Here.
You can Venmo. That's always a good feeling when the producer's making sure the camera's running. You can Venmo, PayPal if you want to give a few bucks. A lot of people have already asked. One guy sent $50 already. Let me give a shout out to this son of a bitch.
That's big, baby.
$50 from, let me find it.
I did a thing when I did it called Super Chat or Super Group or Super
Soaker.
Super Sex.
Super like, super chat, something like that.
But it just the Venmos came in. They were all competing with each other. It was amazing.
Wow, tell me about that. Brandon Gerber Baby Food.
Yes.
$50 on a Monday.
Hell yeah.
So thank you, BG, and anyone try to match that. Fucking pass that.
Yeah, Gerber.
But thank you if you want to give a couple bucks, $5, $7, $2, $3. It's free. It's on YouTube. Tell a friend. And then a couple of dates, Austin next week, May 5th to the 7th, Cap City. Get your tickets now.
Yes.
Then the week after that Wednesday, I'm doing Wilson, North Carolina.
Ooh, quit bragging.
And then I'm at Good Nights in Raleigh, another new room.
Oh, yeah.
They moved also. And then May 30th is not Gig Harbor, that's where I'm staying, Tacoma Comedy Club. And then June, I go to San Francisco, June 9th to the 11th, and then Rickshaw Theater in Vancouver, June 12th, and then a bunch more coming up, Nashville, Side Splitters with you and the gang. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. Next week, I'll be in L.A. Me and Sam are doing some shows at the Improv and some other places. I'm with Bird at the Greek. Addison Improv in Dallas. I love this club. I always have a great time in the DAL. Come on out, Kennedy. Bricktown, OKC. After that, then we're in London. Should we set something up in London, or is that too much?
My agent's been telling me he's trying for a while, and I don't know what the
Really?
hell's going on.
I feel
So
like
maybe your guy can figure it out. Oh, here's London.
I got 6 limeys hitting me up about a bar room they got.
I just got an email about London.
All right, well, let's figure something out, because the gays are foaming at the mouth. They'll come out. They're half chubbed. Then I'm in Huntsville, Alabama, folks, and Magoobies in Baltimore, Agora Theater in Cleveland. Tickets are horrible. Pantages Theater in Minneapolis. Tickets are solid. And the Vic in Chicago. Then some Burt Kreischer stuff. Irvine Improv in L.A., Houston Improv in Tejas, Lexington, Kentucky, San Antonio, then Tampa with the Queefs. And what else?
I got to interject something here.
Please. London Calling.
Unbelievable.
Bad?
Cap City just told me the venue isn't ready to open and won't be ready for your weekend next week.
Wow.
Give me a call when you can.
Man, I've seen some people get dumped in real time before, but that is the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard.
So cancel the Austin tickets. I just bought a $900 flight.
I should reimburse.
Oh, my God. They got to reimburse. And then I might be in London. Okay, looks like deal memo coming across the wire. A lot of stuff coming across the wire
Oh,
here.
I love The Wire. Good show.
Soho,
What do you got?
I disagree. Soho Theater was unavailable, but there's a place called... I don't even see it.
The
No
Tea
name
and
here.
Crumpets.
It just says London. But we're looking at it here. It's not going to be on sale yet, obviously, but May 19th, Londoners, May 19th, I'm going to have something cooking. Are you there yet?
No, man, you're getting there early, huh?
I get there. Well, I do an episode that you're not on, I guess.
I see.
I see you. That's fun.
Intensive care unit.
And that's also I see you.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so May 19th, I'll be doing a show in London. I don't know where it is, somewhere in Soho, not the Soho Theater. They weren't available. Neither was Cap City. I mean, I feel like my career is ending, like in real time here.
Well, watch the special, folks. He's about to kill himself.
Yeah,
So
my God.
that'll be it for material.
These emails are just dick kicks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to be in Austin. Fuck Austin. I don't like it anyways. I got fucking mugged last time. And Rogan never got back to me. So fuck Austin. I won't be there.
There you go.
Unbelievable.
You hear that, Brian Austin Green? Whatever happened to him? All right.
He's doing better than I am.
Apparently, yeah. I think he's in Cap City this weekend. All right, folks. We'll see you all in hell. We love you. Praise Allah. Sorry about the vibe. I hope there's...
George, you're better than Austin.
Yeah, well.
George is saying...
I'm here. I'm open. All right. Bye. Thank you.